Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube magazine, The Spiritual Citizen. My today's guest is Miss Shaunali Nanda. Talk about overachievers, and she's a name to reckon with. She is highly influential in the world of interior decoration. She has trained herself in English literature and history of decorative art and jewellery. She has been a researcher at Christie's and writes reviews for Christie's sale for Economic Times. She has worked with many leading international brands like Hermes, Chanel, Jewellery, and many more, to name but a few, in various capacities. She is the pioneer in establishing India's first lifestyle store, the Sloane Luxury Interiors. Her designs are timeless, posh, vibrant, and a collector's dream. Her furniture is sold all over the world. She is beautiful, she is intelligent, and very inspirational. Welcome, Shaunali, to the Spiritual Citizen.
Thank you,
And
Rachna.
you're welcome. When Elvis Presley sang the song, that home is where the heart is, and anywhere you are is home. And that is what you do, Shaunali. You create beautiful homes for people where their hearts can beat and their lives can thrive. Please tell us something about your childhood, your growing up years, education, and who was it and what was it which inspired you? Maybe a teacher or a book. What inspired you?
Well, I grew up in a home of three generation of single women, and I was the youngest. And my grandmother and my mother were both working people, so I pretty much went to a great school called Modern School and made a lot of good friends there. That occupied half my day, and the other half the day, my mother and my grandmother meticulously planned, since they were not available for me to be preoccupied. And even though on a daily level they were working, but my holidays were beautiful, and I was taken to the most exotic European locations as a child, shown the best things, stayed at the best hotels, told and taught what was right and correct. And with that came grooming. And my grandmother was a great hostess, and she always believed that your table is a representation of your heart. And she was always particular about the way the food was served, and she loved linen and pretty things. And as you will have seen in my living room, it's full of that. And my mother was a fine artist, trained fashion and textile designer at FIT, and now a renowned interior designer. I learned a lot from that. And one of the main factors was that my grandmother showed me lots of musicals when I was a child. So I saw all the Rogers and Hammerstein's musicals, and the beautiful sets and the beautiful stories where ladies were ladies and men were men who quoted them. And they were full of great music and costume and sets and detail. And it was wonderful to see how a picture came together as a piece of art, amalgamating all these factors. So I think that had a deep impact on me.
Your mother, Sita Nandaji, is legendary in the field of interior decoration. And how much she influenced you as an interior decorator when you decided to take up this as your career?
Well, she influenced me the most. I think she set the tone and the rhythm of my career and what I believe in and what taste is. And as I said previously, she had a very big hand because of her love for beauty and art and culture, and the fact that she could paint and draw and draft and create with her own hands was something that deeply influenced me. And the way we have lived, the way she has, groomed my home has deeply influenced me. Her love for, beautiful Indian textiles, along with a love for, impressionist art, great movies and great music, how it all comes together to put up a great interior. And her life in New York, her memories, the fact when she took me there and showed me the Metropolitan Museum, showed me the great houses on Park Avenue, and to go to Florida and where we saw Palm Beach. So I do think that had a great influence. And I think she's technically extremely accomplished. So I think we make a good team because I harmoniously combined an interior and she technically combines it. So that has had a very good influence. Yes.
Mhm. It's always so amazing to see the mother-daughter duo working together, which is again a very rare thing. But if that can work out, I mean, nothing like it. And
Yes.
you create homes out of houses. And
Yes.
that's something so beautiful because it's a home where our hearts beat and our life thrives, as I said earlier. So, what exactly is your design philosophy and aesthetics, Chanali?
I do think less is more. I do think symmetry and harmony, balance, a visual balance, which means as you walk into a room, the furniture should all connect with each other, and there should be the layout should be harmonious and united, and that in itself is a powerful impact. Less is more means that you work with the pieces of furniture in harmony with the lighting, with the walls, and you create an environment that is balanced and strong
Mm-hmm.
and equal. So that is my design philosophy.
I think that's a lovely tip. People who are doing their home by themselves, they can actually pick up their clues from this lovely tip. And, Shanali, the thing is that, our homes is where our stories begin. It's a home which
Yes.
contains our memories. At times we hear people say that every wall speaks of something in my home. So, how true is this that a home is an extension of a person's personality? Because as we know that personalities do keep evolving and changing. So, please tell us something on those lines.
Well, I think the best example is my home, and the video that you saw is telling you how three personalities of three different generations have combined together to create this interior. And I think that is what a home is you and your heart and memories of heirlooms and generations gone by, of your travels, of moments in your life that you enjoyed with your loved one, a place you visited that you found lovely when you picked up something that tells you and you remember a beautiful experience with. And fear should not hold us back from that. And we should let those memories flow into our home, and it is a natural flow that will find its place and make and complete your interior, which is our home, where you will find things from the 1960s, 70s, 80s, 90s, until even a year ago, of many cultures and many parts of this country as well.
Of course, I mean, your home is fabulous. It can actually be converted into a mini museum, sort of. Uh, you must have heard this beautiful Hindi song which says that मेरे घर का सीधा सा इतना पता है मेरे घर के आगे मोहब्बत लिखा है. Yes. What advice would you give to people, who have a low budget to decorate their home, and how aesthetically appealing a person can make their home on a low budget?
Well, that is where two things come in: less is more, and the word edit. Well, I enjoy doing homes on a low budget. I'm currently working on a home in Sudanagar of a friend of mine with her mother in law. And we are rejuvenating, refreshing everything. And the way we are concentrating on that is retouching the polishes, repainting wall colors, adding new lighting and accessories, refurbishing the fabric and curtains, and maybe just playing around the layout to make it a little more up to date. But like I said, low budget means that you concentrate on retail, and there are lots and lots of beautiful stores in Delhi and online where you can put everything together with updating even just the accessories and the fabric. So that's how you can do a low budget interior.
Wow. And I have been to some extremely fabulous homes, and I have also been to some very lazy homes. So, do you think having beautiful surrounding us, the homes are beautiful, do they elevate our mood? They kind of make us more serene and calm. And do you think it also changes our own energy pattern?
Absolutely. Beauty is truth, and truth is beauty. There is nothing beyond this world than beauty, and that creates love. In the 60s, there were architects who decided to first build buildings in the 60s in America to bring people together. And that would create serene and happy environments. And then the secondary to that would be highways and malls and everything else that was needed. So I do believe that a beautiful home, especially in a country like ours, where many generations live together, where I do homes with joint families, where beautiful environments make people happy and make them come together in a more united way, and sometimes elevates their feelings and makes them take the higher road and brings more happiness into a household and an environment. Yes, I do believe that.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree with you, and you have really very well put the whole thing. And recently, I think in 2019, you have launched your Living History Althorp Collection. Please tell us
Yes.
something about that, and also about the influence of European furniture in India.
European furniture is concerned, America was really became the melting pot for European sense of style and taste, and that has deeply influenced India. It already did because the many palaces and the Maharajas of India were also sort of living their life based on European taste. Um, and most of the interior decorators that I have admired have also based their lives on European taste, be it David Hicks, Bunny Williams, um, or William Baldwin, or Lorenzo Mongiardino. All these people were people that I have admired, and perhaps later someone like Alexa Hampton and even Ralph Lauren, who've amalgamated all that is good into Europe into a lifestyle that can accommodate us today. The Althorp Collection is a historical collection based on Althorp House, which is the seat of Earl Spencer, who is now Charles Spencer, who is the brother of the late Lady Diana, Princess of Wales. So Althorp is his house, and the furniture is a recreation of all the pieces that are in Althorp House, which Theodore Alexander has a franchise to recreate, and we have the franchise to sell in India in our showroom. And I do have to say, it has been fabulously received because it is so unique and so English, and it's extremely delicate. And the only people in the world that can really do it is Theodore Alexander that we are selling
Right, right.
now. And also to add, we were very proud to host Spencer in January of 2019 at the Lodi, where he came and launched Althorp Collection personally with a beautiful video of his house with 90 rooms and the gardens and the history. And the Lodi hosted us, which was quite amazing, and we had a wonderful response on that. And it is displayed in our showroom on MG Road at Sita Nanda and Theodore Alexander showroom.
Wow. So one needs to come and really have a good look at it. Now I come to
Yes.
my most favorite question, which I really enjoy asking everybody I interview. Most of us always turn to some higher power to draw our strength. So, what is your spiritual foundation, and why do you think it is required for individuals to have a certain belief in the higher power, by whatever name we may call it?
I think it's wonderful to believe in a higher power. It brings respect in us and helps guide us. So we have somebody telling us how to lead our life. We all need that in life. But for me, from whatever I have learned, that true spirituality is to serve all religions, whether it's Hinduism, whether it's Islam, Christianity, or Sikhism, they all say the same thing: is to serve, to feed, to help, to do seva. And I think that is true worship, and that's what God wants of you. God is infinite, over so powerful. So how can you please him with wealth? He has more wealth than there is even exists. He's created it for you. He helps you create it. So all that he's asking for you in return is to just be sincere and good and do the best you can and have faith in him and in faith in time.
Yes, and I know you are not speaking openly about it, but I know how much help you do to a lot of people, and I have seen it myself on your Instagram post, and that's really, really lovely. So, with this, Shanali, we come to our last question, and please give
Yes.
some advice to the young interior decorators, especially during the time of pandemic. They are all trapped in their home, and some of them are out of work, and they are still waiting for this whole peak to get over. So, what would be your advice? How would you like to guide them?
I think Delhi in itself, which I knew always before, but I discovered it with a little more clarity during the lockdown, was it's such an amazing city. There is so much to see and do and observe its planning as you walk or drive through Lutyens, Delhi, from Ashoka Road to Akbar Road towards Rashtrapati Bhavanti Murti House. Just look around you. You will be transformed into history that is so unique. The other thing is that you have access to the internet. So I think it's important to start maybe looking at the great houses of London. I don't mean to say, but the great houses of England. There are a number of houses and documentaries on them and on their interiors. The Museum of Art, the Rig, the V&A, the Louvre, and perhaps also there are many collections and museums within India. The Vadodara Museum, the Museum in Bhopal, the National Gallery. There is so much to offer that way within our own environment that we can keep seeing repeatedly and new ideas will be born within us as
Ab-
decorators. But I
Absolutely. I think, to be an original, the way you are, you need to actually take inspiration from such things instead of, you know, uh, just waiting for the sun to
you
shine
don't
again.
wait and
Yeah,
you don't wait.
you
Yes.
don't wait. Yes, yes. Thank you, Shanali. This has been an amazing half an hour conversation with you. And believe me, I am so sure that you are a true romantic at heart. The passion with which you speak about your work is actually so inspirational. I myself feel like picking up the paint and just putting some nails and putting some photographs and doing something. I'm already getting so inspired. I hope a lot of people get inspired by you. And I also feel please speak about your charities more often, which you're a little shy about speaking because you genuinely do so much. And I have seen those posts, so I know about that. Once again, I thank you very much from the bottom of my heart for trusting me with this interview. And can I ask you one just little question, just
Sure.
one word answer? Please describe your fabulous home in one adjective.
From the heart, spontaneous.
Actually, that is. So,
Thank you, Raj. Best of luck, Rachna, for the spiritual stage.